Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today on Sigma Sunday. I hope you all are doing well, and today let's talk about mental toughness. Do you think you're mentally tough? And what does that even mean, especially when it comes to business? I would have to say that I probably would have told you that I thought I was very mentally tough until I started my business. And then I was very much like, oh, sweet mother of all things holy, here we go. That's so funny because it's when I look back to a year to where we kind of are now and how much I avoided like confrontation, and when anything would go wrong, it was like I was the worst boss ever. I was the worst business owner ever. And I very much, still can be not my biggest fan some days, but I've gotten much better about quickly bouncing back and being like, well, okay, like let's really look at this. And so I definitely would be, it would be ridiculous of me not to say like how much I do appreciate being a business owner, but also how much it can be really difficult and it can be a really stressful and lonely place. I think looking at when we very first started, probably within the first year, I had to let go of two people who I was very, very close to, and it was devastating and I was heartbroken. And although I to this day know we were just not good fits, and I hadn't learned what I thought I knew, which is that you can't be friends with the people you supervise. You just can't. And I think in the back of my mind, I had been taught that, I'd been told that, and I 100% thought that I was rocking that, and I wasn't. I was really bad at it. I mixed boundaries. I hung out with my staff in ways that was just like, oh, we would go hang out and we'd have a drink together, and that's totally fine. And looking at it now, I'm like, that's not my place, right? Being at the top is lonely, and there is a reason why people say that, because you do have to set really hard boundaries. And it's interesting because just a few months ago, it kind of felt like one thing after another happened, right? I had two people leave in the month of January. One I was definitely not expecting, and that was scary for me. It was a little terrifying, and also a little bit where I kind of got in that place of like, what am I doing wrong? Am I not making a healthy environment for my staff? Because that does matter to me. I've had literally horrible bosses. I can count my good bosses on one hand. And I never, ever want to do that. And so when those things happen, it's like this like surge of like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? And when I look at it, there's things that I could fix. But again, those weren't good fits, and it's okay. And I think where they're at now, I'm hoping is much better. And then right after that, we decided to buy a building to put our business in. And we had a tenant in there who was not happy about not being able to do their month-to-month lease any further, and took it out on the building and did some really big damages. And they were literally like, one was in January, one was in February. And I was like, oh my gosh, like if one more thing happens, like I'm going to burn it all to the ground. Like I was so frustrated. But instead of letting it linger as long as I think I would have in year one versus where we are now, I did something that I highly recommend, which is I sat down and did gratitudes. You don't have to write it down. You can do it in your head. It doesn't matter. And I've talked about before, like your gratitudes don't have to be these like ginormous like things like, oh, I won the lottery today. It can be something as simple as like, for me, one of the things that came from that building incident is I met a guy who does contract work who's amazing, and he's super kind and very affordable, and he's the best. I would have never met him, and I would have probably needed something like him down the road, right? And so because this happened now, I have this person who can come out and help us build and do other things. And if I can sit there and I can say, okay, here's where I'm grateful for, even when the big, yucky, messy things happen, I'm able to come together. My husband and I were able to work really well together to fix things. And I can sit with that gratitude. I can sit with what it's teaching me rather than it letting it completely destroy me and make me feel like all things are horrible, right? Same thing with two people leaving in the same month. I can definitely see why those things happened. It's not my favorite. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but that wasn't a good fit, right? We weren't meant to work together. And I think they will go on hopefully to do great things somewhere else. It just won't be here. And the great thing about that is it leaves the door open for who does want to be here and who will be a really great fit. And so if you can sit with that gratitude, that would be my first suggestion, because you can't be gracious and anxious at the same time. You also can't be selfish and courteous at the same time, right? And so instead of sitting in your pity party and being like, all these bad things keep happening to me and it's not fair. Okay, well, fair is for fairy tales, so here we go. Instead, you can sit with it and say, you know what? Okay, that wasn't great. And what can I do to be better? What can I do to be stronger? What do I need to work on? What do I need to take a look at and maybe revamp? So the other thing I would recommend is that for some people, it really helps to journal. I'm not a big journaler. I'll be the first to admit it. My brain just works really fast, so it's hard for me to keep up writing. And journaling is best if you can write, not type, not talk it. It's really when you can sit down and write it out. And I don't enjoy that. I like typing and that doesn't work the same. So for me, journaling's not my favorite, but I do recommend it for people who do like it. You can even do something I call journal tree, where you pick like one word. So you can pick like frustration or challenges, and then you just write down everything that comes with that word. Any thought that comes into your mind, any frustration you're having, all of those kind of things. So that's just like a journal tree. So it just makes it faster and a little bit easier. And the other thing is I always say this, like, get yourself a good partner, whether it's your CFO, whether it's your husband, whether it's a really good friend, whatever that looks like. Let it be somebody who can sit with you, let you bitch and moan for a little bit, and then come at you with, okay, that's enough. Now what do we need to do? Do we need to do some gratitude? Do we need to plan it out and figure out what we're going to do so that we don't burn this to the ground? And have that person be like your go-to, but they need to be honest. They need to not let you just sit there and wallow in it. Okay, this needs to be somebody who can hold you accountable and who can say, yeah, you know what? That didn't work out, and this is partly because of why, and how are you going to make sure that doesn't happen again? Okay, so let me know how this works out for you guys. If it does or doesn't, please like, share, and follow. And as always, please let me know if you have any tips that you want to share, or if this is a disaster for you. I always want to know. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.